So our first video had to do with just kind of creating the initial document and setting our preferences. Now we're going to start messing with the pages and page layout. And so you'll see I have a double page right now, and you can see that it's on A master down here. That kind of tells you what pages you're on. What we're going to do is go to pages on our right hand column here. If you don't have this in your menu by default, you can click on Window, Pages, and then you can just drag that over to this box. So click and drag. I can't do it since it's already open, but I'm going to click on that, and then you'll see that I have the first page here. I have None and A Master. These are going to be my templates, and these are going to be important because they are going to kind of reduce your work dramatically when you're creating your magazine. So if I wanted to create a new page, I could make sure that you're down here and that your 1 is highlighted, and then if you click new page, you can see that it's 2 here. If I create another one, now we have our facing pages that we set up in our original document, and that's going to be how you add pages. And this is one of the reasons that I didn't give you guys a page length in when you're creating that initial document, is because I think it's going to change depending on how many articles or what articles you select. So once you do that, then we're going to go back to A Master. So make sure that this is highlighted, make sure that it appears down here, and then we're going to select text box. I'm going to just draw, and you guys can customize these however you want. I'm just going to do it for an example today. I'm going to put title of magazine, so you guys will probably have an actual title once you're doing this rather than just a placeholder. And then I'm going to go to type, insert special character, marker, and then current page number. Now you'll note that it says A rather than a number, and that's because we're working in this template. So it's also going to start adding to this because this is listed as an A template or based off our A master. Alright, then I'm going to select this box. I'm going to hit Command or Control C to copy, then Command and Control V to paste it, and then I'm going to move it over to this other side. Now this is fine, but I'd kind of like these to mirror each other. So I'm going to go back to my text tool, click in there, get rid of the page number. I'm going to go up to my paragraphs and do align right. And then I'm going to put my cursor before the title of the magazine, go to type, insert special character, markers, and current page number. And then I'm just going to hit space. And now you'll see that these are mirror images of each other. Again, you can do with this what you want. I just like it better this way. And for that, I'm going to leave it as is. I'm going to click on Master Options, and for this you can name it. I would start creating a page master or layout for kind of each type of document that you're going to include in your magazine. So for this purpose, I'm going to do review, and then I'm going to hit OK. Now, before I do anything, I like the fact that I've already taken advantage of this, and I want to copy that in all my others. So I'm going to click on this down here, and then I'm going to click New Master. You'll see by default it's prefix B. Say this one will be the feature, so I'm going to just name it the feature. I'm going to base it on A right now because we just have these two things, and that's all I want for the time being. Number of pages 2, and it's going to have everything else the same, and I'm going to click OK. And so you'll see here, now that I have B feature, you can tell that it's based off of A, but we're going to customize it later. So I'm going to go back to A, and here I'm going to start adjusting or adding some content to it. So off the bat, I'm going to add a rectangle frame, and might use this as an image for the beginning of my story. And I'm going to just create some text boxes. You can do this in a lot of different ways. I'm going to do a text box for the title, for the subtitle, and then for the author's name. And you could put all that in one box if you want. I'm just creating 3 boxes to show. Now you'll see that it's starting to get a little cluttered with our columns. If you don't want to see those, you can click View, Grids and Guides, and then Hide Guides. So now you can just see your text boxes, and if you want to bring that back, just do the same thing, Show Guides. I will actually use my guides a little bit more. So then I'm going to create 2 columns for a shorter review piece. And I want to just mirror that box. So I want to hit Command C or Control C. And then I'll move that over here. And then you'll see as you start playing with things, you should get lines that show you that you're flush with other boxes. And I'm not getting them right now for some reason. I might have turned something off earlier. There we go, Smart Guides. So you'll see the green line, and it's going to line you up with other boxes or other things in your document. So then I'm going to hit select all of those again, and I'm going to select them as a group, and I'm going to hit Command C or Control C, and then Command or Control V to paste it, and then I'm just going to move that into this other document or other page. And so now I have a mirror reflection of each other, and you'll see that this is the template for my A master. Now, since I've made that dependent on B, so my B feature is dependent on my A, it's kept most of that formatting. We can change that too if we want. Master options, I'm going to just do based on none at this point. So if you do this, you'll just have to reinsert your page numbers. That's fine, it's not a big deal. And then if we wanted a different layout for your feature, you can just kind of do the same thing that we did. And so for this one, maybe I want to put the title at the top, an image in a corner, text box here. This is where you get to play and kind of make it however you want to see it. And just so you can see what that looks like without the guides, you see the basic boxes here. So the nice thing now is once you have these kind of master pages set up, all you have to do is drag them, and then it's going to add that layout to your magazine. So if you create those basic layouts to begin with, you can save time in terms of how this is structured throughout the rest of your document. And you can make as many of these as you'd like. And this again is going to just save you a lot of time. I'd recommend making one for your different reviews, your different profiles, and your different features. And I'll leave it up to you if you want to add more than that. But again, this will save you time in the long run. So that's it for the page layout. And the next thing that we'll kind of touch on is how to start adding text to those.